Garmin devices. Are they worth it? Which ones should you get, and who are they for? Let's find out. Hi friends, my name is Adi Levinson. I'm an active average guy here in Austin, Texas. Today we're going to be talking about Garmin watches and Garmin devices and who they're for and if you should get them. And if you are getting one, which one? So currently I'm using the Garmin Forerunner 745 as my fitness watch. I'm using the Garmin Edge 530 as my bike computer, and I also have both of these matched with my Garmin HRM Tri to capture heart rate data. Now, really, this is kind of the main reason for this video. You really only need this watch, or just one watch in general. So you're probably asking, why would you use all these three? For most people, it's just kind of fun. If you're a geek like me and like looking at data and how many calories did I burn and what was my average speed, it's just another way to get into your hobby. It's kind of like anything else. For people that are training for events, you can get very specific data that you can use in training. So for running, cadence work, you can also do some interval training, which is really useful if you're trying to get faster at longer distances. So there are features in it that if you are training for events, I highly recommend getting one of these products. If you are training for a marathon or half marathon, a Garmin Forerunner watch is the watch for you because they are specifically for runners. And I think the Garmin exercises, they're good, but you don't have to do them. They always suggest when you start your run. For me, as someone who I didn't train that heavily in running and I kind of just ran for miles, not anything specific, it was perfect. I couldn't ask for anything more. Now, all of this data though flows into the Garmin Connect app, and this is a really cool feature of Garmin. With the Garmin Connect app, you can see the previous workouts you did that day. In this app, you do get a lot more detail into the workout than you would on your watch. Everything's laid out nicely, average heart rate. There are also graphs to show you if you're more of a visual person, and then as well, there is a map. You can also go into the calendar function and look at workouts that you might have done multiple workouts, drill down into those workouts from there, and then quickly navigate back to the home screen. Now, like I said, you really only need one of these products and these Garmin watches. I have the Garmin Forerunner 745. It's a great fitness tracking watch. You can track everything from running, cycling, skiing, hiking, kind of you name it. Now, if you are just running around the neighborhood, maybe going some bike rides here and there, that's not primarily your means of workout, I would recommend maybe like the Garmin Forerunner 245 or one of the lower models of the Garmin VO Active. They're more lifestyle watches than they are solely fitness tracking watches. Now, it's not to say that, hey, don't go spend your money on a Garmin Forerunner 745 or some of the higher end watches like in the Phoenix series. You might be buying more watch than you need. For me, as somebody who I did my first triathlon back of May of 2021, this was a really perfect watch for me to dip my toes into the ecosystem. It has a great battery life, so I could do multiple workouts in a week and not have to worry about recharging my watch. It also tracked open water swimming, which is one of the next features up in the Garmin Forerunner series between like the 245 or the 745, and then as well biking and things like that. Now, again, someone like me who I bike, run during the summer and winter for the most part because I live in Texas where there is no winter. I also do go skiing. So this does track skiing. It's not the best data, but it's enough to do the job. Primarily when I go skiing, I just want to see how many runs did I do, how fast did I go. I'm not training for anything. There are different tools for that out there, and I probably will never own those. But again, this is just an all-around fitness tracking watch. It can do it all. It has a heart rate monitor on the back. It's a pretty good one for that matter too. Heart rate monitors are only so good because they live on your wrist and they bump up and down, and sometimes the data can drop off here and there. So that's where the next product in line comes in, the Garmin HRM Tri. So this is just a heart rate monitor that lives on your chest, It's by far the most accurate way to get heart rate data. Any chest mounted heart rate monitor is going to be way more accurate than any wrist-based one. Frankly, they're very comfortable. I don't even feel it. I've gone swimming in them, running in them, biking in them, skiing, and honestly, I forget they're on there until I am, done with the workout, changing. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to take my heart rate monitor off. The battery on them lasts basically a year. And if you don't use them that often, probably 2 years. For me, I got a good year or so out of it, and I think I used it about, on average, 3 to 4 times a week. So if you are looking to get pretty accurate heart rate information for maybe you're training for a half marathon, your first triathlon, or you're just a geek and like looking at the data, definitely get the heart rate monitor. It also does give you some extra features when it comes to running. You can see balance, your stride length and things like that. Frankly, I have no idea how it tracks any of that, but it does, and it's pretty cool to look at. I wouldn't know how to focus on that in my runs, and I will never focus on that, but I do check it just to check it. And then the next thing we should probably talk about is the Garmin bike computer, that Garmin Edge 530. Now this bike computer is fantastic. Its primary use for me is navigation and just a safer way to see my metrics while I'm biking. The metrics I'm looking for are speed, average speed, how many calories I've burned, how much climbing have I done, just to keep track of, how much I've suffered in this ride. If you're going on longer bike rides, I think it's a better route than using your watch. One, you have the GPS, it can track you where you're going, gives you navigation turn by turn, tell you if a sharp turn is coming up, or a steep hill, or a steep descent. And I really think it's just something that if you're biking more than about 20 miles, I would invest the money in it. Once you start using it, you'll never turn back. They are just great biking computers. Now, there are other biking computers out there. I have used the Wahoo Element. Those are fantastic too. The only reason why I switched to the Garmin Edge is so I didn't have to record it on my watch and the Wahoo and have it both sync to Garmin. And yeah, that's the Garmin ecosystem for you. They all sync together. Same type of logic with Garmin. So the heart rate monitor instantly syncs to my watch and my biking computer. They all work interchangeably. And really, if you're gonna start with one of the fitness watches products, I would stick to that brand if you like it. So for me, I had the Garmin watch and the Wahoo Element Roam, and I decided to stick with the watch, and then I made everything else around it be Garmin. It's just an easier way to do it. They're all roughly around the same price for products, so you're not missing out on much, and they all basically have the same features, so you're just paying for ease of use. Now, again, if you're an average person, I would just highly recommend just getting a Garmin watch. Probably the 245 is going to do everything for, say, about 90% of the people out there. If you want to step up and maybe do your first triathlon, 745. But other than that, you're getting into very high-end products for people that are looking for high-end performance. We're not Ferraris, we're active average people. We don't need those. While they are cool, and I will probably end up one day upgrading mine to a Phoenix series, I don't need it. It's just because I like fancy toys. Again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about this video and which fitness watch you use. If you want me to maybe do a review of an Apple Watch or a Whoop Band or one of the other products out there, let me know. But thanks guys. See you later.